We'll have more details on that closure coming up tonight on TV9 News at 6. A new proposal would make it harder for Iowa school districts to start a new academic year much before the first week in September.
Tomorrow, the State Board of Education will consider new rules on just when classes can start. Right now, state law requires districts to start school no sooner than the week that includes September 1st. But most districts get waivers and start much earlier. Some this year are starting as early as August 13th. The new rule would require local school boards to hold public hearings to seek an earlier start. The districts wanting to start more than a week early would have to offer proof of need. KCRG TV9's Dave Franzman joins us now from our newsroom.
Dave, why do school districts seem to always want to start the school year earlier than that state requirement?
Bruce, you hear a lot of different explanations now. One common one, you want to finish up the winter term before the holidays, start again fresh after the new year, and others to make sure the students get out very early in June. But one common theme we've heard from all the districts, they want local control and not a state rule to decide what's best. It almost looked like school was ready to go at College Community with hallways full of students and parents. It was registration day and an early sign, summer ends soon. The first day here is August 21st. And the superintendent says when to start is a decision local leaders should make.
We try to pick a start date that both starts late enough so that families can get in their activities, get in their vacations, but gets us out of school early enough that you don't really get into that second week of June. It's really hard to motivate students once you get past kind of that June barrier.
A petition from tourism businesses prompted the Iowa Department of Education to take a look at the rules. Under the proposal, districts could start 7 days before the official first day by submitting a slightly more complicated waiver. An earlier date, though, than that would require test scores, financial data, or proof there was a reason. Lisbon and Mount Vernon students have the second earliest start date in all of Iowa this year, August 14th. Some wouldn't mind starting later.
My kids would definitely prefer a later start. I don't know that they know the difference. I just know that they're not done going to the swimming pool yet.
I'd rather have summer start later because, as the school date gets pushed back, you can work more and get more hours.
The earlier start date in Mount Vernon does have an impact even at the pool. Shorter pool hours start when kids go back to class, and August isn't even half over. The proposed changes, if they are adopted, would not start before the 2014-2015 school year. Now, tomorrow's Department of Education meeting in Des Moines, that's just the first step. But there's more meetings and hearings that would come up before there's any decision whether or not to limit those early school starts. Bruce and Beth?